in describing toxic masculinity has said this is something that has been around for a long time, but all of a sudden people are just now talking about it. So toxic masculinity is a controversial concept in psychology defined as cultural norms around masculinity that are commonly deemed to be harmful to women. And I think this is very important, harmful to men themselves and to society overall. So we're seeing a lot of conversation about toxic masculinity. And then emerging with that is this concept of toxic femininity. However, toxic femininity has varied definitions that kind of go from one thing to another. And I think it's even more controversial. And I'm not sure that it's really been coined. I've seen it defined as over identifying with stereotypically feminine traits, such as being passive, empathetic, sensuality, patience, tenderness, being receptive, nurturing, which can lead to overcaring at the detriment of self. So that's one definition of toxic femininity, just like that, overextending and kind of that burnout that leads to taking care of everyone, thinking that's the role of a woman. Roles and expectations, kind of when you think about the damsel in distress idea or the idea of a Stepford wife, those can be some examples or kind of give an idea of how toxic femininity can be defined. Another definition talks about how toxic femininity uses characteristics that are traditionally considered feminine, and that women use those against one another. So being catty, gossiping, distrust, slut shaming, body shaming. And then toxic femininity is also described as a trauma response to toxic masculinity. So I think it's very important as we are using the word toxic or unhealthy or harmful, and we're merging it with the idea of femininity and masculinity. I think it's very helpful to assert and to put out there that masculinity nor femininity is not inherently bad or toxic. So both masculinity and femininity are beautiful, and the reasons that they've been skewed and tainted and misused, one, in order to gain or maintain power or control, or just due to a basic misunderstanding and misapplication of their meanings, misapplication of their power, misapplication of the beauty of them.